Hello guys, welcome back, welcome at our Thursday video. And it's finally, ladies, I finally decided that I would make this video because it's been a long time overdue. I have so many requests from you here on YouTube and also on Instagram to make this video, and it's my very first big tutorial, the second tutorial ever, but like step by step. This is the first tutorial, so please bear with me. If there are some jumps, I apologize. But yeah, you know guys, I've been pretty vocal about caring and deep conditioning our reborn babies' hair, because every single one of my dolls, every single one of my babies is rooted. I do not own a baby with a painted hair. I do not have any experience with painted hair. All my dolls do have rooted hair. So you know, I've been this video or this formula that I'm going to show you, and this step-by-step process is a result of my research, ladies, a long research. It took me a few months actually, guys, to determine the amounts and what ingredients would go into my formula. So this has not, you know, I didn't pull this out of my finger, and you know, a lot of time and research went into this process and into my formula. And I've consulted this formula, each one of these ingredients, with rooters and also with two of my artists. Specifically, I talked to Cynthia, and you know, Cynthia, she loves hair on her babies. Cynthia's babies are not only gorgeously painted, but she loves to put beautiful hair on her dolls, and a lot of hair. You know, so I was talking to her, and she agreed. Yes, the rooted hair does require a lot of care, guys. A lot of care. It's not that, you know, when I started in this hobby, I thought, you know, that spraying conditioner, baby conditioner mixed with water is enough with rooted hair, especially if the baby is heavily rooted. It's not, guys, okay? And this is misconception that I come across all the time, that people, they just think that they can spray this stuff on their reborn's head forever, not washing that hair, not conditioning that hair. And I thought, you know, as a beginner last year, I thought it's enough. I thought it's okay and that nothing else is needed. It's not true, guys. And I learned the hard way with my Elise by Cassie Brace, my Caroline. You who have been following me since the beginning, you know, you remember my Caroline. She was a gorgeous, gorgeous Elise sculpt, and her hair originally was dark blonde, silky hair by Susan Nagel. Unfortunately, guys, I had no idea how to take care of that mohair. I'm not saying that I completely destroyed her hair, but after some time I noticed that Caroline is getting bald on the back of her head. And when you see this, guys, it doesn't mean that you have been neglecting your doll, or that you pulled the hair, or that you are directly responsible for that hair loss. That hair doesn't mean that the hair was pulled. It usually, 90% of the time, it means that hair just broke because it was dry. We don't have to, well, we can't forget that this hair, you know what, I'm going to close my kitchen window because my AirPods are killing me. We can't forget, guys, that mohair, doesn't matter what brand, Susan Nagel or Delta Dawn or Slumberland or alpaca hair, any kind of mohair, it's a dead hair. Baby conditioners that we're spraying or detanglers, they are not conditioning the hair at all. They may do a little bit of, make the hair manageable or help with some tangles, but it's very short-lived result. I bet everybody noticed that when we spray, when we change the baby and then we spray that stuff and we brush, it's easier to style the hair. It looks nice. But after an hour, you see the hair is back to being frizzy. It's because baby conditioner is meant for baby's hair. I mean, for the hair that is still alive, attached to the head. I don't know how to put it more clear, This hair, the mohair on our babies, is not a regular hair. That hair is dead. Regular baby conditioners and detanglers do nothing for the mohair. So I decided months ago when that happened with my Alice, I decided that this will not happen to again, or I will do everything to prevent a breakage, as long as possible. Of course, if we will have our reborn babies for 7 or more years or 5 years, of course, breakage is inevitable, I think. But why not to prolong the life? So anyways, enough of my rambling. I just wanted to say that this formula is not something that I came up just, I dreamt it. It's a result of a long research, guys. I consulted a few well-known routers on doll forums, not on dollforum.com, on other forums. I was probably actually the only person asking that question and participating in that debate. I was probably the only one who was not the router, because the rest of them were professional artists and routers. I talked to Cynthia and a few other artists out there, to make sure that I'm not going to mess the painting of the scalp on a baby. That's the main issue, guys. So here is little Lulu. She's sitting there and she's like, Mama, stop talking finally, because this is my moment. This is my moment to shine. And she's here in her bathrobe, aunties, because she is going to, look at the hair, she is going to be my head, my little model here. And yeah, so she's there. Let me, guys, go and reposition the camera and I will be right back. Okay, ladies, so I repositioned my camera here. So let me see, yeah, we should be good. And I wanted to start showing you the ingredients that I'm using for my deep conditioning wraps. First of all, I do start with washing my baby's head. I never ever condition a dirty hair, because let's be honest, we do style that hair, we touch that hair, we change the dolls, we spray the stuff, we comb that hair. There's dust falling on their head every day. We cannot avoid the dust. The dust is a culprit. I can't stand the dust, me and my cleaning obsession. So what I do, and I think a lot of people out there who are conditioning, we all start with washing the baby's hair. So you will need a baby shampoo. This is the cheap shampoo because I ran out of my Johnson & Johnson and I just found this. It is okay. It's hypoallergenic, and not that it really matters for Lulu's eyes, but it does not have it doesn't have alcohol in it. That's the most important part, guys. You need to check everything that you put on your reborns, the soaps, shampoos, conditioners. You need to check if they contain alcohol. If they do, you do not want that product on your reborn because it may strip the painting. So this is the alcohol-free shampoo. It has barely any scent to it. There is another baby shampoo that I'm just having here. Here are the brushes. The first one to brush before I'm going to wash her hair. I'm going to brush that hair to get any possible stuff out of there, or you know, if the hair is matted, just to run the brush through it. This is my other brush. I'm going to, this is a cheap brush. I actually usually use a little painter's brush, but I think that Michael stole it from me and I can't find it. I can't find it in my stash. He wanted to paint something and he was you know, snooping around and I just can't find it. So I had to grab my cheap brush, but I'm going to apply my formula with this brush, guys, okay? Here is a little bowl. Here is a mohair conditioner, guys, or fabric conditioner. I also use Woolite sometimes. I do not have my Woolite. I have my fabric conditioner for wool. It does not have any alcohol. It has a baby scent, actually, guys. I use this also for my formula. But Woolite is the best, guys, okay? I wish I had Woolite. I just really wanted to proceed with this video because I've been so busy at work and with my Instagram sale. And yesterday, my migraine came and I'm still kind of battling this migraine, guys. So if I sound funny, I apologize. So anyways, you will need fabric or conditioner or Woolite because mohair is wool, guys, okay? It is wool. It's not real hair. Then I have organic olive oil here. I have Silk Drops serum for real hair. It's not needed, okay, guys? I use it just like 1 drop per a bowl just for added shine, but it's not really, it doesn't really do anything for deep conditioning. This is more like for a, you know, shine effect. And here are the tube conditioners. These were sent to me by Linda, Babies in a Garden. Thank you so much, Linda, because I ran out of mine and she sent me 3 tubes. So these are the tubes that come with your color when you color your hair at home. These are the best ones. I do not color my hair at home. That's why Linda sent me these, but you can buy them on eBay separately without color. Then I have these little cover-ups, guys. I love these. I get them at the dollar store actually, and I use them for everything, for covering of the bowls, covering you know, when Charlie doesn't finish his meal and I don't want to toss it away, I just cover it. This is perfection, guys. Okay, this is like a saran wrap, but it does have a little rubber in there. And you pay $1 for the whole box of these. So I have these, and then I have my saran plastic wrap, and I have a big commercial rubber band. So let me start here. I'm going to wash. Actually, no. You know what, guys? This is going to be a very long video. I'm going to first strip this little one. Okay. And I have these little brand new, of course, garbage bag, which I will pull over her head, guys. I cut out the corner, I pull it over her head so I would not mess up her cloth body. And I'm going to pull this rubber band around her. I'm sorry, Baba. Okay, Auntie, so she's now fully protected. Because I really don't want any oils, like olive oil or anything, just going, you know, dropping somewhere on her. Here she is. I'm going to wash her head now. I know this sounds disturbing, guys, okay? It's not. Please remember, guys, this is at all. And if you are careful, nothing will get damaged, I promise. So I'm going to start with I'm going to turn her this way, guys, okay? So this is the most important part of her hair. It's the back hair. It's the hair where it's the part where they're laying on. So guys, okay, I'm going just to take my kitchen shower and I wet her head. Her hair is sealed from inside. So it's okay. I actually tested it, guys. When I had her head detached, I wanted to see if the filling inside of her head gets wet. It didn't. Because I didn't spray the water right on her eyes. Her eyes are down there, facing down there. So now I'm going to use a little bit of baby shampoo. Some people, they put it into the bowl. Since we don't have the whole day, I'm just going to put it like this and gently apply it on a hair. I did it with my Elizabetha. I always go, when I apply shampoo, I always go in a direction how the hair has been rooted. Of course, I'm not going to scrub the hair and scalp like we do when we are in the shower, guys. Okay guys, her head has been rinsed. I know some of you are like probably, oh my goodness, poor baby. Guys, it's still a doll, okay? Don't worry. Now you take your wool light, which is fabric or wool, little softener. Because that hair, guys, this is wool, okay? This is like a this is a dead hair. So I just put it there. This doesn't have any alcohol or anything. I'll just put it in there. It doesn't have any scent to it, actually, this one. Just a little, like it says baby scent, but I can barely smell it. So I put it there. I'm going to rinse it again, guys, okay? Okay, ladies, we are back. So I rinsed Lulu's head and I brushed it very gently. See, there are no matted areas because of the fabric softener. No clumps, nothing. And I want to show you these little brush, guys. Not one hair. She didn't lose any hair, okay? That's why you have to be completely not scared, okay, guys? Don't be scared. You're not hurting your Reborn, I promise, okay? So now she's sitting here, guys, and I'm going to make this my mixture here. So I started with my regular baby conditioner here. I put few squirts in there, okay? Now, ladies, this is very important. You have to pay attention, or you have to take into consideration what is the volume of the hair on your Reborn's head. If the baby is sparsely rooted, of course you're not going to put a half of gallon of this thing on their head. But if the baby is rooted like my Lulu, which is very thickly rooted, you will need the full amount of what I'm going to show you. So this is like 2 squirts. This is a like little bowl, 2 squirts down there. Of course, not a lot of the baby conditioner here. Now you take your color conditioner tube. You take your tablespoon. You're going to put a tablespoon It doesn't have to be full, well, I would say like half tablespoon, okay? Probably like this. See? And you put it into your bowl. I would say more like a teaspoon, okay? I used tablespoon, but the amount was equivalent to your teaspoon. So you do this. Now, guys, I'm sorry. Ooh. Now you take 2 drops of your olive oil and you put it into the mixture. Just like, yeah, 2 drops is enough. And you mix this thing. You even may put a little bit of silk, like 1 silk drop. Okay, can you see what I'm doing here? Probably not. Just like 1 or 2 drops of silk. And you mix this, okay? I know that Linda also uses VO5 oil, which is, you can use VO5 instead of your olive oil. If you don't want to use olive oil, you can use your VO5. It comes with these little 2 teeny tiny tubes. So now, guys, I'm going to apply this to her hair. Oh my goodness, this is not very easy process here, guys, to do it on a camera. And again, guys, I put it on my brush here. If you have a painter's brush, it would be better. Or the brush, you know, if you color your hair home, some colors, they come with little teeny tiny brushes in their box. So I would just keep that brush and use it. Try to avoid any contact with vinyl, guys. If it comes in contact with vinyl, it's okay, just wipe it, you know, it won't stain and it won't strip your vinyl because there is no alcohol or sulfides in here. Okay. Pay attention, guys, to the direction of the swirl. If you do have a swirl, if your baby is rooted directionally and it has a swirl, you go in the direction of your swirl. You don't go opposite direction. You don't want to break your Reborn's hair. So right now, I apply at the back of the hair. I apply my mixture generously because that's where the first damage usually occurs. It occurs in the back of the head and around the hairline if we use a lot of hair bows or hats. Always here. The headbands, guys, they rub on the hair. So that's why I kind of try to avoid using a lot of headbands. I know that, you know, we want our girls to be nice and girly and to have these accessories, but sometimes, you know, it's nice to take a break. I do not put a lot of strain on a hair. That's why I use clips. And I plan on adding magnets to their heads to avoid any rubbing of the hair, unnecessary rubbing. Of course, it doesn't mean that I won't use any headbands on them ever, but okay, ladies, let me put this away. Now I'm just going to use my saran wrap. You go and you clean gently around the ears. Goodness, Lulu. I'll take my saran wrap or plastic wrap and put it over her head now. And then I put her little shower cap. And now she's already, I'm going to keep her in this, guys, for probably half an hour, maybe hour. If you have more time and you have things to do, just leave the baby with this thing. She's sitting there with this thing on for a few hours. So sorry, Lulu. She's all wrinkly sitting there. And yes, ladies, so I'm going to leave it on her for now, and I will be back once I rinse it. Okay, ladies? I'll talk to you later. Okay, ladies, welcome back. We are at the end of my tutorial video, and I didn't film the washing part or rinsing part for the sake of the time, guys. I really don't want to bore you, and I really don't want you know, to take an hour to make this video. So what do you do in the end? I left the formula, or I left that thing on her head for something over an hour. I did a few more invoices from my internet sale, and then I took it off and I rinsed it with a lukewarm water. You don't use a shampoo for the final rinse. You just rinse it very thoroughly under your sink, you know, in your sink, you know, with a warm luke water. And then I took off that bag that she was wearing, and I very carefully washed her face and her limbs. This formula or that conditioning thing that I put on her hair will not damage the paint. Again, guys, I vouch for it. I was consulting with a lot of routers, few artists, and unless you use alcohol containing products, you cannot damage your paint. If your baby, especially if your baby has been painted by Genesis heat paints. Genesis heat paint and varnish on the top of them, that's they cannot get damaged by a simple washing your Reborn. Your Reborn needs to be washed. Your Reborns need to be washed, guys, okay? We need to take care of them. They don't, you know, some people, they may not be comfortable with washing under the like water like I do. That's okay. Some people use wipes. I like wipes for like touch-up cleanings, especially when I take the baby out to meetings and, you know, people are touching it and everything. I wipe my babies down, but I prefer to wash them, you know, once in a while, and I prefer to deep condition the hair as well, because I do want my hair to be silky. I want it to be shiny. I want it to last for years. I don't want it to, you know, break in the back, and I just don't want to go through what I went through with my LEs. So ladies, what you do is just simply rinse the formula out and very gently brush your hair and let it dry. And your hair will be silky, it will be manageable, it will be clean. It will appear even juicy. I don't know how to call it any other way except of juicy. It won't be like your old mohair, or it won't be like frizzy and dry. It will be nice and shiny and soft to the touch. The first conditioning may not completely change your mohair. You need to do this, guys, periodically. It's, you know, once in 5 years, it's not enough. The hair needs to be cleaned and it needs to be taken care of. Of course, you need to do it very carefully. You don't want to brush through, you know, if there are any mats, you don't want to force it, you don't want to pull, because guys, you will rip the hair out. We all have to know, you know, and to be judges of what can be done and what can't be done. So if the hair is matted very badly, guys, I really recommend washing the hair and putting that detangler conditioner and running very sparse hairbrush or comb through it. So anyways, Lulu is all she's so cute. Oh my goodness, I really miss my babies, ladies. So she's there holding her brush, and I planned another video today because I have a little twin outfits for her and little Melin, so I want to show them to you ladies. So please stick around. I should be back. I just need to go to do some more invoices for today. So I'll talk to you all later. Thank you so much, ladies, for visiting. I hope my video will help at least a few of the mommies with the hair. And again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you all later. Bye!